Fortnite teased Chapter 4 in so many ways today, alongside revealing our first look at the Chapter 3 finale Fracture Live event, which we can all attend. And despite this article being full of information that I'm going to be breaking down for you guys, there's so many other secrets posted by Epic employees and other things found across social media which we're going to be revealing. Subscribe right now to never miss any other videos like this, considering 70% of all eyes on screen right now haven't clicked the button yet. In the prior video I asked you guys to name this on screen right now, so here's a ton of comments on screen that got that right. Today, however, I want to know the name of this, so make sure to leave it down below in the comments, and if it receives a heart, you'll most likely be shown on screen in the very next video. So to see that as soon as it's uploaded, don't forget to leave a like in this video, subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on so that you can be one of the first to see. And last but not least, before we hop into it all, huge shout out to everybody rocking code FM1 inside the Fortnite item shop, literally one of the shortest and easiest codes to enter, only 3 digits long. But with that said, now enough messing around, these Chapter 4 teasers are insane, so make sure of course you don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
I'm sitting on my
Don't
back.
go anywhere.
So without wasting any more time, of course, for those that have been living under a rock recently, if you didn't know, the Fracture Live event or Chapter 3 finale got announced at FNCS Invitational like this. Despite Fortnite following it with tweets then that we've mentioned in other videos, yes, they've actually announced a brand new article confirming everything about the event, even showing us our first early look of it right here, saying don't fall to pieces. Jump into the one-time only Fracture event on December 3rd at 4 PM ET for the Chapter 3 finale. And just before we dive into the juicy content or details of this article, including not only free rewards but some very interesting surprises, so stay tuned. Here are tons of different variants of this particular artwork and close-up, which somebody actually pointed out to me this possibly could imply the return of the 7 or some of the 7 members that actually got turned into chrome in the intro for Chapter 3 Season 4, being the Origin, the Scientist and the Visitor, as there seems to be a helmet right here that is being unturned from chrome or pulled out of the consuming-like substance. Anyways, from opening the article, the first thing we're met with is on Saturday, December 3rd, jump into the Fortnite Chapter 3 finale Fracture, an otherworldly and unexpected social event. Whether you squad up or go solo, the fate of the island is in your hands. Of course, the dates for this are plastered not only throughout the article in several sections, even in the announcement tweet itself, but what's been updated into the lobby as of today with the release of this article is the event countdown. Of course, this isn't the only event time we're going to be seeing, as one will go up on the map in-game, which many people thought was above the 0 point initially, as the 0 point is the heart of Reality Zero or the Fortnite Island. However, as data miners have been able to find early, it will go here as they've pulled it into game, obviously at this location, from basically activating this event flag. And of course, in anticipation of the timer reaching 0, here's what it states in the article about how to play the Fortnite Fracture event. Fracture is a one-time only in-game event starting Saturday, December 3rd, 2022 at 4 PM ET. The Fracture playlist will be open 30 minutes prior, so you can jump in before the event starts. You can also join in progress until 4:40 PM ET. This is very interesting in and of itself, considering if the event starts at 4 PM ET and we can join in progress until 4:40 PM ET, this means this is the longest live event and biggest we've ever seen, 40 minutes long. Typically live events only last around 10, maybe 15 minutes at the very most. I don't think any's lasted that long actually. It then states Fracture supports parties of up to 4. If you're not queuing into the event with a squad, you can emote with players during the event to form one. And for those that don't know when the event starts, I think it automatically puts everybody into a game. If not, this is simply the animation from loading up the LTM, kinda like we saw in the Collision Live event, going onto the Ice Moon in the Mecha Team Leader robots. However, instead this time it seems gravity is, well, not on our side as characters, and yeah, we simply float up. As for those that don't know, the background of this chrome kinda consuming substance that seems to be sweeping is a tornado that we see scattered around the island from data miners zooming out of this lobby scene. The article also goes on to state, if you're not near a dedicated gaming device during the event, it doesn't matter, as Xbox Cloud Gaming and Nvidia GeForce Now are services that let you play Fortnite via cloud streaming on your PC web browser or mobile device, obviously targeting specifically here mobile devices if we're not at home. As Epic Games briefly referred to performing an emote, obviously to form a squad during us going into the playlist itself if we're perhaps playing solo. As you can see, the next point in the article is a toast to Chapter 3, the Toasty Roast emote being free to commemorate the beginning of the end. Everyone who logs in on Fortnite from December 2nd at 9 AM ET to December 4th at 2:45 AM ET will receive the Toasty Roast emote, of which looks like this reward screen form when we obtain it. It's going to be a very limited time that we can get this emote before it's gone forever, as it's obviously related to the event and won't be rotating throughout the item shop despite it being free. The same applies to the 0 fragment backbling that was leaked in the 22.40 or final Season 4 of Chapter 3 updates. This, for those that don't know, will be granted onto everybody's account on the day of the event, so we can actually all equip it and go into the event event wearing it. As we've mentioned in other videos too, considering the new map, codename Asteria in the files, applies to the Greek mythology context of what they've named the prior islands, or the one we're currently on, Chapter 1 being Athena, Chapter 2 Apollo, and Chapter 3 Artemis, as it shows literally 3 large areas of terrain being sucked into the 0 point, as we have also event files or tags in the coding stating that the 0 point is going to be sucking in terrain and colliding. This can only imply, considering we've only seen 3 chapters or islands so far, that it's going to be sucking in all of these realities that we've ever seen throughout Fortnite's history, Chapter 1, 2 and 3. Perhaps not only this is the reason for why the event in itself is 40 minutes long, but one of the biggest in terms of file sizes that data miners have managed to determine in terms of comparing it to other prior Fortnite live events that have occurred. Of course, it's safe to say all hype and attention is focused on this event right now, or ultimately the anticipation of Chapter 4, this brand new island Asteria, codename in the files again, that we're yet to see. However, with that said, it's easily forgotten that everything in the current battle pass will be gone upon, well, the arrival of this event or the availability to unlock it, such as not only all level 100 rewards, all of the superstars including Gold Spider-Gwen being the maxed out one, which requires us to get to level 200, and then obviously the Herald outfit and the 2 pages for this, the selectable styles and such. For this reason, Fortnite are helping us out over the next 2 weeks. As you can see, they tweeted out XP coming in hot. Over the course of the next 2 weeks, you can earn extra XP and level up boost for completing bonus goals from special themed quests. Considering Season 4 got leaked last season quite early on by the Nintendo eShop, updating their, well, Fortnite artwork asset very early, obviously revealing too, from the hand seeping out of this chrome in the actual teaser, that the new version of Paradigm in this battle pass that we now know is in it, well, would be upcoming, alongside all the others that then started getting revealed across different console platforms. Speaking of consoles, of course they have their own asset or artwork for the Fracture Live event, but it doesn't reveal anything about what's going to be upcoming in the Chapter 4 Season 1 Battle Pass. Specifically speaking of Paradigm, however, after witnessing all of her teammates, again the Origin Scientist and Visitor, consumed by Chrome literally immediately around her, although we have no look at this particular reality despite her sending voice notes back that this reality is going to end, and even we're going to lose the fight by stating the following:
"Reality as you know it is going to end. I know it's hard to understand why we need to keep fighting, especially when we won't win."
With us assuming she's sending these voice recordings from the reality she fled to, again in the 0 point in the Season 4 trailer. Speaking of alternate realities in Fortnite that we haven't seen yet, what's more interesting is, as of today when this Fracture Live event article released, Dollar Mustard not only updated his banner to the artwork, but what is even more interesting right here, his bio stating Reality 153. Perhaps this is where the Chapter 4 island is actually going to be kind of formed, or where we're going to be going to for Fortnite next on this particular Asteria island. Honestly, at this point nothing would surprise me, as Fortori pointed out, which honestly describes it best, a reminder that Reality 153, the new location of Dollar Mustard on Twitter, is not the reality Paradigm went into at the start of this season. The Paradigm went to Reality 659, Reality 153 might be the reality Jones and the Foundation went to when they followed Geno by jumping into the 0 point right here, that we literally saw in the cutscene for the end of the last live event Collision, obviously in Chapter 3 Season 2, but we didn't get any context as to whether they came into contact with him. We simply saw him immediately after downtime lifted from the Collision live event leading into it. Well, Jones and the Foundation back on the Chapter 3 vibing island, with the reality tree being sprouted for the first time right in front of our eyes. One official teaser that we haven't covered yet, despite it being blatantly obvious or a carrot dangled right in front of our eyes for quite some time in the Fortnite storyline, the Return of Midas, with people speculating he's returning every single season or update that passes. Something that confirmed it furthermore, or particularly involved in this live event finale of Chapter 3, was this spray leaked in 22.30. Despite Midas, well, having the Midas touch or consuming gold effect from when he touches things, such as what we saw literally firsthand, no pun intended, in this Chapter 2 Season 2 cutscene, as Paradigm obviously states about the Loop Breaker project in her particular Paradise recordings recently revealed.
Ask Jones about the Loop Breaker project. He thinks it's confidential. It's not.
With the Chapter 2 Season 2 device live event being, well, literally a doomsday device for Reality Zero or breaking the loop, with us now perhaps finally understanding why these files on the desk of Agent John Jones when we got first introduced to him in these particular teleportation scenes were top secrets. As for other characters, despite these top secret ones that could be involved in the Loop Breaker project, in real life, if you happen to stumble across these particular figure sets that are being perhaps sold in retail stores, take a look at the back, as it not only shows the Zero hero skin as a loop breaker, but also Peely and Mankey. Take 2 seconds out of your day to drop a like in today's video to secure your spot in the live event itself and make sure your game doesn't crash, and subscribe with all notifications turned on now. Speaking of other videos or what's next, however, make sure to interact with this I've specifically picked out for you on screen right now. However, most importantly, hopefully I can catch you in the very next video I do post on the channel.